thought their skill level was. So obviously it is a very personal approach, and we saw that teachers and professionals from all countries have a medium to low level of skills with working to social humanoid robots. This means that they have little experience, and if they were to receive a social humanoid robot, they probably would not really know how to actually incorporate it. This also means that they have a high need for training and support. In this question, Turkish and German respondents said that they had a higher level of skills using social humanoid robots, and they also had a higher interest, which may be even more important because if you have a higher interest, then you automatically will also work harder to acquire the skills to be able to use social humanoid robots. Meanwhile, Polish and Spanish respondents had a lower level of skill and interest. Then finally, looking at the advantages and or disadvantages of social humanoid robots. So here we saw once again differences in the attitude towards social humanoid robots. And overall, the German respondents support the use of social humanoid robots the most. They perceive that social humanoid robots can be a very good didactic resource and that they can enhance the attention and the motivation of the students. They also believe that social humanoid robots can facilitate the teaching learning process, so this means that they see more advantages in the use of social humanoid robots than disadvantages. And then Spanish respondents see the use of social humanoid robots as the most critical, and they believe that social humanoid robots can disrupt the classroom climate, and they have doubts concerning the effectiveness of humanoid robots in the classroom. Meanwhile, the Turkish and Polish respondents saw both advantages and disadvantages. So they both saw the possibility, but they also saw that and recognized that there is quite a bit lacking to actually be able to achieve these possibilities. Now to look at the conclusion. So, in conclusion, the level of acceptance of social humanoid robots differ largely between the countries, and this probably has to do to education within the countries if it addresses artificial intelligence, but also to maybe the political situation if social humanoid robots are actively promoted by politics and through agendas and through stuff like curriculums. Yeah, and however, in general, we could not see any extreme rejection of social humanoid robots. There was an interest from all countries, just that the interest differed largely. And furthermore, we saw that there was a large lack of skill concerning social humanoid robots. So our project obviously aims to introduce social humanoid robots to the classroom, and we're trying to do this by creating a curriculum, but also just through, in general, heightening the awareness concerning social humanoid robots. And so obviously we would look at this part that is lacking the skill concerning social humanoid robots, and we could give teachers or a university the needed knowledge to operate social humanoid robots. But doing this, we need to adapt the way of teaching about social humanoid robots to the different countries. As we saw so many discrepancies, it is important to pick up the people we are talking to from where they are. So meaning if we try to implement our curriculum in Germany, it is not needed that we be so motivating about social humanoid robots because they already have this ground level of motivation. However, if we look at teaching about this in Spanish,